What was the political outcome of the blame game?
Ultimately, the debacle had a range of political consequences. The director of FEMA, Michael D. Brown, was viewed by many as unsuited for his duties, and he was forced to resign. New Orleans Police Department superintendent was also forced to resign. Louisiana Governor Kathleen Blanco did not run for re-election in 2007, and Mayor Ray Nagin left office in 2010 and was later convicted of bribery, fraud, and money laundering during his tenure as mayor. In November 2009, a federal judge ruled that the Army Corps of Engineers were infrastructurally irresponsible and to blame for most of the flooding during the hurricane. This was the first time that a specific government agency was held liable for Hurricane Katrina flooding, but the judge limited liability to the worst parts of the damage in the lower Ninth Ward in St. Bernard Parish.
So there's your outcome. Either you resigned because you didn't have a choice, or as Governor Blanca just decided, I'm not even going to try to run again.
Well, I mean, that's definitely a career killer.
Even
if they weren't brought up on charges, it's time to go.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, you don't really run for office after that.
It's time to go.
I'm just saying, like, you could be, let's say you were the administrator of a hospital and you work very hard. You work 80 hours a week. You got some of the best talent in the hospital. You have managed to, take care of people and make profit. You're doing all those wonderful things. And then on your watch, the entire wing where the babies are kept catch fires and everybody dies. And the reason why it caught fire was because there was a lightning strike that made it catch fire. Nothing you could have done at all about it. I don't think you come back to work after that.
Nope, you better not.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're done. So yeah, I'm curious. Oh, go ahead, Tracy.
I was just gonna say, why they had to mention the mayor got brought up on charge? Like, did they have to really bring that in there? Like,
if you notice, this guy does that every time. He is messy. He's messy, and that's why I don't like him. He's messy. He does this on every single video.
I did
every single video.
Like, he been brought. What did that had to do with hurricane? For what? Huh? I thought I was the only one that caught that.
The thing about it was, I was so
he was brought up on charges
because it was like, and in 2010, 5 years after.
5 years after. Oh, okay. This has to do with hurricane because of what? And then you can't afford to live in New Orleans.
I'm not getting the connection on. Why he was.
Because they messy. Because they're messy.
Had nothing to do with the hurricane. Trust me.
Did nothing. I'm like, what? Did I miss
something?
And
then in 2019, he cheated on his wife. Okay.
Didn't mention nothing about nobody else. But as soon as that man came, he was brought up on fraud. Okay, was he frauding while he was in? Did he take money meant for the levies and pocket it? Okay, that might have been important.
Yeah,
but,
right. That would make sense. Yeah.
That would make sense, right? Because it would have something to do with. Nope, just. I'm like, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that caught that because I'm like,
5 years later, he was gone. He was gone. It was only 5 years later. So
I'm curious, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not curious enough to look it up. I'm curious if following this event, considering how memorable it is, have they repaired? Not just repaired, replaced the levee system and put new locks and
yes, they have to because New Orleans is like they're on the what is that?
But they haven't had a direct hit. They haven't had that type of a direct hit since Katrina. The last one that was major hit, it came by that area, but it ended up flooding the Mississippi River and went all the way up in Ohio and stuff.
Repaired them because they were under pressure too.
Yeah, I think it has been repaired or replaced all of those things. Now, have it been tested? No.
Well, no, because you
You're
haven't
right.
had a
The closest
natural
they got, the
disaster.
closest they got was
Right.
Mississippi.
Not to measure up to what
Yeah.
Katrina did.
I just really wish, and this is really bad across the South. I mean, it's probably the nationwide thing, but it's really bad across the South where you have red governors, red leadership, where they just do not invest in infrastructure. They will wait until something breaks and then try to deal with it. And I'm
But
like,
you know,
you know that you got these. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but Louisiana's governor is a Democrat. The current one.
The legislature is Republican.
I mean, he's Republican too. I mean, he's
But no, I
but
mean, even then, I mean, Democrats are nobody has clean hands here, right? Because I want to say Michigan is known for being overwhelmingly Democrat. I don't know, but it's still just a matter of America. But it's just worse with conservatives, where they don't want to spend the money because they know they're against taxes, right? So they don't want any money going into the coffers to then go in and help people who aren't helping to build the tax base, right?
but
If they
that's
have an influx of money, they're not going to sit there and say, okay, we got $5 million. Do we go in and go to these 3 communities and get rid of the lead pipes and all of that proactively, which they know the moment they start, if they do find any lead residue or issues, now they're going to start getting sued, right? So they look at that and then they say, or we could take this $5 million and we can build a museum over here in the suburbs or a new entertainment complex, over here, and then money usually goes that way. Because
or
one will make you money, the entertainment complex will make you money, and nobody's going to sue you. But if you go and try to fix a problem that hasn't been identified by the most people yet, you're going to get sued.
But that's the way most Americans do. I mean, most people I know, they complain about taxes being too high, but they want their roads not to have potholes in them. They want the police to protect them. They want teachers to be paid well. They want uh, clean water. They want quality air, and expect
You
it
know
to
they want
cost
police.
nothing. Yeah, we expect it to cost nothing. Those things cost money.
Oh, let me let y'all in on a little secret. The wealthy folks, the upper middle class and wealthy people, they know what the rest of us choose not to know. They know that we have historically some of the lowest tax rates that
We sure
we've
do.
had in history.
We sure do too.
In history,
And we will complain our
right?
taxes are too high. What you want to pay? Nothing. Like how teachers gonna get
So,
paid? Like,
Yeah.
but people never
so the
ask
well,
themselves that question.
Yeah. You answered
so the
your own
people with
question,
money,
Tracy. Yeah.
yeah, the
They
people
want
with money, they know this. But they also know that America has fooled its population into being aspirational. So poor people truly believe they're one big break, one great decision, one opportunity away from being the wealthy people. So we will fight against taxation, even though the taxes is what's going to help your child
Yeah,
actually have a chance to climb that ladder
you
that you
should be.
think you're
Yeah,
on.
we should be advocating for more taxes instead of saying, "Oh no, wait a minute." No, I mean, people like ask yourself, how do you expect the police to get paid? How?
They don't
How?
ever get to how.
they
They
don't they
never
don't
get to how.
How? That don't even make sense.
they want you, Tracy. They want everybody else but my paycheck to be affected.
My pay.
They believe in taxation. Trust me, I've heard a whole bunch of people
Everybody
saying how
else.
everybody should be paying their fair taxes. You need to pay your fair wages and everything else. Just don't look at my check. I need y'all to pay fair taxes.
Because I
I
And
already
it
pay
pay
drives
too
enough.
me nuts.
much. I'm like, you ain't even
I-
making sense.
I pay enough.
You
I
are
need
not
y'all to
making
pay your fair
sense,
tax.
America. America,
And
y'all
that's
got
the
to
thing.
stop this. Y'all ain't making no
But
sense.
hold on for a second. After $14 billion, the vast network of levees, gates, and flood walls built to protect New Orleans area in the wake of Hurricane Katrina's devastation is finally completed. This was in May 2022.
What?
And the storm was in what year?
2009, right?
Probably.
Okay. Hey, it takes them 10 years to do a stretch on the interstate. So, but yeah, it's just that's the thing that's funny. Like, I just wish more people would get to the how. And I don't care if you have the answer to the how. I would just really like more people to ask the damn how. When people say to you what they're gonna do, especially as politicians, when they say what they're interested in or what their platforms are or what they want, how? Right? When you say that my taxes are too high, when in reality you pay taxes at the end of the year, right? So April is when the first time you're even really concerned about your taxes. You're paying it along the way in your
Yeah, you pay.
deductions, right?
Right.
But then
And sales
if
tax.
you get a refund, you didn't pay taxes.
You really didn't.
You didn't pay much. You didn't pay much. I'll put it that way. So and then let's just say that you do. Let's say you owe taxes. Let's say at the end, even after they took money from you all year, like they did me, and then they turn around and say you still owe me another $2,000. Now, in my world, $2,000 is a big number. But $2,000 over 12 months, it's $200 a month, basically. Is that really a lot to ask to support your country? I think the problem that we have with taxes, if we would really be honest with each other, is not the paying of taxes. Because if you want a military to keep Russia from coming in here, taxes. If you want Congress to actually put laws on the books to help protect you from your crazy neighbors and all these different things, and your local legislature to keep you from having somebody park junk cars in your front yard, taxes. So it's not, I don't think that most people are truly against taxes. They just say they are. What they're really against is the corruption and the lack of transparency and accountability. Like, I wouldn't mind paying more taxes if you actually get rid of the people who are stealing money along the way.
Yeah, if they
and I could see it go somewhere.
Yeah, if I saw like crime getting lower, people getting health care, yes, please tax me. Thank you.
Oh, we had one person that was against taxes.
Oh gosh, we're not gonna do this again. No. No. We're not gonna go here. We're not going here today.
But that's okay, because if we don't pay taxes, our corporate overlords are going to take care of everything for us.
Except close that one school. Anyway,